Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for Chapter 1 Economics Part 4. The story of village Palampur. In this video, we are going to discuss about the capital needed in farming, sale of surplus farm products, and non-farming activities in Palampur. So these are some of the topics we are going to cover in this video. So the first topic is the capital needed in farming. As we have already discussed that the modern farming methods require a great deal of capital. So the farmers who are now moving towards the modern farming methods needs more money than before. Now how they will get this money? So the small farmers have to borrow money to arrange the capital. So from where they are going to borrow money? So they will borrow the money from large farmers or village money lenders or the traders who supply various inputs for cultivation. So these are the people who can give the loan to the farmers. Now the loan which the small farmers take from these people have a high rate of interest, and they are put to great distress to repay the loan. Now here we will read about a small story of Savita so that we can understand the condition of the small farmers. So Savita is a small farmer and she plans to cultivate wheat on her 1 hectare of land. As you can see, she has a small land, only 1 hectare of land. Now with seeds, fertilizers and pesticides, she has to buy water and also repair her farm instruments. And for all this purpose, she needs cash. Now she estimates that the working capital itself would cost a minimum of rupees 3,000 and she does not have that money. So she decided to borrow that money from Tejpal Singh. Tejpal Singh is a large farmer and Tejpal Singh agrees to give her loan. Now the loan is having the interest rate of 24% for 4 months, which is a very high interest rate. So she has to take the loan on 24% of the interest rate for 4 months. Also with this, Savita has to promise to work on Tejpal Singh's field as a farm laborer during the harvest season. And the wage which will be given to her is rupees 100 per day. So you can see the wage is very low. So she has to pay a very high interest rate for 4 months and also she has to work on low wage on Tejpal Singh's field during harvesting season. Now Savita knows very well that she will have to work very hard to complete harvesting on her own land. And after then, she has to work as the farm laborer for Tejpal Singh also. And the harvesting time is very busy time. A lot of work is there. Now Savita also has 3 children. So as having 3 children, she also has a lot of household responsibilities with her. So she has to take care of the 3 children. She also has to work on her own field where she is going to grow the crop of wheat. And also she has to work on the Tejpal Singh's field. So here you can see it is a very tough condition for Savita to manage all these works. But still she agrees to do this work, and she agrees to these tough conditions because she knows that it is very difficult for a small farmer like her to get a loan. So because of this, she agrees to this tough condition. Now this is the situation for small farmers. But when we talk about the medium or large farmers, they have their own savings from farming. And because of this, because of the savings, they are able to arrange for the capital needed. Now how do these farmers have their own savings? We will discuss this in the next section. Here we have an activity. We have to discuss the story which we have done till now. So till now we have read about 3 factors of production: land, labor and capital, and how they are used in farming. So here you have an activity of fill in the blanks, which is related to the chapter, related to the topics which we have done till now. So we are going to do this. Among the 3 factors of production, we found that labor is the most abundant factor of production. And there are many people who are willing to work as farm laborers in the villages. Whereas the opportunities of work are limited, they belong to either landless families or small farmers. Now they are paid low wages and lead a difficult life. In contrast to labor, land is a scarce factor of production. Cultivated land area is fixed. Moreover, even the existing land is distributed unequally among the people engaged in farming. There are a large number of farmers, small farmers, who cultivate small plots of land and live in conditions not much better than the landless laborer. To make the maximum use of the existing land, farmers use fertilizers and pesticides. Both these have led to increase in production of crops. So here we have 2 fill in the blanks. In first one we will put farmers and pesticides, and in second one we will put multiple cropping. Now we will go to next paragraph. Modern farming methods require a great deal of technique. Small farmers usually need to borrow money to arrange for the capital and are put to great distress to repay the loan. Therefore, capital too is a scarce factor of production, particularly for the small farmers. Though both land and capital are scarce, there is a basic difference between the 2 factors of production. Land is a natural resource, whereas capital is man-made. It is possible to increase capital, whereas land is fixed. Therefore, it is very important that we take good care of land and other natural resources used in farming. So, this is the exercise which you need to do. Now, our next topic is sale of surplus farm products. Suppose that farmers produced wheat on their lands using the three factors of production. Now wheat is harvested and production is complete. So what they will do with the wheat? So they will retain a part of the wheat for the family's consumption. That means for the family's consumption, some part of the wheat will be retained, will be kept, and rest will be sold in the market. Now small farmers like Savita and Govind's son, they will have little surplus wheat. Why? Because their total production is small. And from that small production, they have to keep some of the part, they have to retain some of the part for their family's need. As we have already discussed, small land will have the small production, and if there is small production, there will be small income. So from that small production, they have to retain some of the amount for their family's need. So you can see that the medium and large farmers are actually supplying the wheat to the market. Because they have large land areas, they have large amount of production. So after keeping the product for their own need, for their family's need, they have enough amount of crop to sell. Now they used to sell it to the traders who are at the market, and the traders further sell it to the shopkeepers in the towns and cities. Now Tejpal Singh, who is the large farmer, he has a surplus of 350 quintals of wheat from all his lands, and he used to sell the surplus wheat at Raiganj market, and he has good earning. Now what he will do with that good earning? So what he did, he had put most of his money in his bank account, and that money later he used for lending to the farmers like Savita, who were in need of a loan. He used to lend the loan to them. Also he used the saving to arrange for the working capital for farming in next season. For next season, he arranged working capital by that saving. Next is, he also now this was done in the last year. This year Tejpal Singh plans to use his earning to buy another tractor, and that another tractor will increase his fixed capital. Now same as Tejpal Singh, other large and medium farmers also sell the surplus farm products, and a part of earning is saved. It is kept for buying capital for next season, and like this they are able to arrange for the capital for farming from their own savings. Some farmers also use their savings to buy cattle, truck, or to set up shops. So these are some of the conditions which the farmers are having in the Palampur. So when we talk about the small farmers, they don't have that much of surplus product to sell in the market and get the savings, get the amount so that they can save. So they don't have that kind of saving because they have small production. But when we talk about the farmers, large farmers like Tejpal Singh, they have enough amount of product so that they can sell it and they can have a good savings, and by that they can progress in the farming. They can arrange their capital, working capital for next season. Also they can increase their fixed capitals. Now we will discuss about some of the non-farming activities in Palampur. As we have already discussed that the main activity of Palampur is farming. But there are some of the non-farming production activities which is simultaneously going on, and 25% of the people working in Palampur are engaged in activities which is other than agriculture. So we will discuss about those non-farming activities. So first we have dairy. Dairy is the other common activity which is there in the Palampur, and people feed their buffaloes on various kinds of grass and the jawar and bajra that grows during the rainy season, which we discussed in our previous video. So people feed their buffalo on these crops, and the milk is sold in Raiganj. Also, two traders from Shahpur town have set up collection cum chilling centers at Raiganj, from where the milk is transported to far away towns and cities. So dairy is the other common activity which is there in the Palampur. Now second is an example of small scale manufacturing in Palampur. So less than 50% people are engaged in manufacturing in Palampur. Now these manufacturing is not like the big factories which is in town or cities. It is actually very simple production methods which is done on very small scale, and mostly they are carried out at home or in the field with the help of family laborers. Very rarely laborers are hired. Now Mishri Lal has purchased a mechanical sugarcane crushing machine which runs on electricity and has set it up on his field. Sugarcane crushing was earlier done with the help of bullocks, but people prefer to do it by machines these days. So Mishri Lal also bought sugarcane from other farmers and processes it into jaggery, and the jaggery is then sold to traders at Shahpur. In this process, Mishri Lal makes a small profit. So you can see this kind of small scale manufacturing is going on in the Palampur. Now here we have some of the questions which you need to do. What capital did Mishri Lal need to set up his jaggery manufacturing unit? Who provides the labor in his case? Can you guess why Mishri Lal is unable to increase his profit? Could you think of any reason when he might face a loss? Why did Mishri Lal sell his jaggery to traders in Shahpur and not in his village? So you need to answer these questions. Now here we have an activity. Let us take three farmers. Each has grown wheat on his field. Though the production is different, the consumption of wheat by each farmer family is same. The whole of surplus wheat this year is used as capital for next year's production. Also suppose production is twice the capital used in production. So you need to complete the table. Here you have some questions also. Compare the production of wheat by the three farmers over the years. What happens to the farmer 3 in the year 3? Can he continue production? What will he have to do to continue production? Here you can see the farmer 1. You have production in year 1, year 2 and year 3. Now you have consumption and now you have surplus and capital for the next year. So here the activity has been done for you. So you can go through this and you can understand this and we can discuss this in our online class. Next we have transport, which is a fast developing sector in the Palampur village. So actually there are variety of vehicles on the road which connects Palampur to the Raiganj. Now there are many people who are in transport services like rickshawala, tongawala, jeep, tractor, truck drivers and people driving the traditional bullock cart and bogie. They all are in the transport services. Now they ferry people and goods from one place to another and in return they get paid for that. Now the people who are involved in transport has grown over the last several years and it is a fast developing sector. So here we will understand this with the story of Kishore. Kishore is the farm laborer. Like other such laborers, Kishore found it difficult to meet his family's need from the wages which he received. So what he did, he took a loan from the bank. Now this was under a government program and the government, as per the government program, they were giving cheap loans to poor landless households. Now with that Kishora bought a buffalo and now he sells the milk of the buffalo. Also he has attached a wooden cart to his buffalo and uses it to transport various items. Now once in a week he goes to river Ganga to bring back clay for the potter. Sometimes he goes to Shahpur with the load of jaggery or other commodities. So every month he gets some work in transport. Now with this Kishora is able to earn more than what he used to do some years back. So here you can see how he has increased his income with the transportation. Now here we have some of the questions. What is Kishora's fixed capital? What do you think would be his working capital? In how many production activities is Kishora involved? Would you say that Kishora has benefited from better roads in Palampur? So you need to discuss this, you need to answer these questions. Next we have the shopkeepers of Palampur. So the people who are involved in trade, that means exchange of goods, are not many in the Palampur. Actually, the traders of Palampur are shopkeepers who buy various goods from wholesale market in the cities and sell them in the village. Now, you will see small general stores in village selling a wide range of items like rice, wheat, sugar, tea, oil, biscuit, soap, toothpaste, batteries, candles, notebooks, pen, pencil, even some clothes. So that kind of multi-product items can be multi-product shop can be seen in the villages. Now few of the families whose houses are close to bus stand have used a part of the space to open small shops, and they sell eatables. So this is the situation of the shopkeepers of the Palampur. Here we have a story of Karim. So Karim has opened a computer class center in the village, and in recent years a large number of students have been attending college in Shahpur town. Now Karim found that a number of students from the village are also attending computer classes in the town. And there were two women in the village who had a degree in computer applications. So he decided to employ them. He bought computers and set up the classes in the front room of their house overlooking the market, and high school students have started attending them in good numbers. So like this, Karim has started a computer class center in the village. So here you have some questions. In what ways is Karim's capital and labor different from Mishri Lal's? Why didn't someone start a computer center earlier? Discuss the possible reasons. So these are some of the questions which you need to do. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.